Hello. Today is the 26th of September 2019. My name is Anthony Altman, and I wish to present a new type of seminar workshop, and this is my short introduction. I am an author of 16 books on self-help, self-healing, self-improvement, and self-empowerment. I've spent the better part of 61 years in learning, practicing, applying, and teaching a large variety of healing techniques, modalities, protocols, and practices that have helped myself and many other people. It is my observation that most people suffer incredibly. When I look at the population of the world, there is a very, very small population, perhaps 10% of 7.2 billion people who do very well. They know where their next meal's coming from. They have a bed to sleep in. They know where they're going to sleep at night, and they have 3 meals a day or eat sufficiently. The vast majority of the others, we're talking about 90% or thereabouts, do not have this experience. People are starving, they're ill, they are oppressed, suppressed. It is incredible. You look in Africa, you look in the Middle East, you look in India, Pakistan, and various parts of in fact, Asia as a whole. Russia, China is a very good example. And because of this feeling that I have, and this repudiation, if I can say, of suffering, of people, animals, the planet, that I'm compelled to create some kind of seminar workshop that may be able to be of some help. At this seminar workshop, it's both. I'm going to talk, and the participants are going to be able to participate in it. So it's like a workshop as well. But it's for those people who are interested in healing themselves and who are interested in expanding their conscious awareness and in raising their consciousness. Now, these 3 things, unfortunately, are subjects that the majority of the people on this planet are not interested in, do not want to be interested in it, and have no idea what I've just said. I'm very sad about that, but I also am aware that we are as a species evolving, and within the species, individual groups of people evolve at different levels. Some people have had many, many more lifetimes than others, and this is where we get the approximately 5 soul groups: infant souls, baby souls, teenager type souls, adult souls, mature souls, and old souls. Different people who are at different points on their evolutionary path. And that's just how it should be. Eventually everybody will complete that journey. But in the meantime, we have a relatively few amount of people who are at that part in their journey where they say, you know what, I am the master of my own destiny, and I create and co-create everything that I experience in this life, and I don't like what I'm experiencing, so I want to change it. I can change it. I will change it. Here we're talking about choice, intention, focus, and application. Now, how many people are interested in that? Well, I don't know. But from my experience of being on my path for 73 years, for that is my age, and actively doing what I could and continue to do for 61 years to improve myself, to expand my conscious awareness, raise my consciousness, heal what needs to be healed, resolve my karma, my observation is just about that. Very few people. but I have had and continue to have sufficient experience in this subject to be able to help others. So this seminar workshop that I wish to present seeks people who are committed to finding their own master already residing in them. I say master because this is the title of my seminar workshop. The Master Class in Consciousness. Finding the master which is already residing within you. The Master Class in Consciousness. So I seek people who wish to find the master that already resides within them, and all they have to do is clear away that which obstructs and prevents them from accessing their master for the master to come forward. My seminar workshop also seeks people who choose to expand their conscious awareness and raise their consciousness, and are willing to seek out their own inner limitations with the intention of resolving them. So the people who are not interested in finding out what is limiting them and resolving it, this seminar is not for them. The people who are keen to know, interested, who have an intention to find out why they feel limited, why they are limited, whether it's perception or health or whatever it is, and to do something about it, you are the people I seek for this seminar workshop. Now, I offer in my seminar workshop the following: information, knowledge, personal experience of myself, and to offer people participants in the seminar workshop to have their own personal experiences. I offer wisdom, practices, protocols, and tools to assist everybody in the seminar workshop in their endeavors. This seminar workshop also offers to help the participants to help yourself. In other words, helping you to help yourself and to be more independent in your own healing. This for me was a major endeavor, rather than depending on other people who told me what to do and I had no knowledge and I followed, and many times it didn't work out for me. I wanted to be more independent. And I must say, I have been quite successful in that endeavor, and I will share all these protocols, techniques that I have learned that have helped me. I've come a long way in the last 61 years. This workshop also supports and inspires and motivates you and others for self-healing, as I've explained before, self-empowerment, so that you feel empowered to be able to do all this, to improve yourself, and to resolve, release, and positively change karma that you have created in this life and that you have brought forward from other lifetimes, and to positively change learned limiting beliefs and patterns of behavior that you've learned here in this lifetime and you've brought before you. Also, what is offered, a safe environment to help people participate in an intensive seminar workshop for healing and mutual well-being. I was born into a family that was dysfunctional. My parents were dysfunctional, and my sibling brother and myself, we learned the ways of dysfunction very easy when your parents are dysfunctional. The school system where I was educated was totally dysfunctional, and it caused me to be further dysfunctional. I married dysfunctional women. I had dysfunctional relationships. I was dysfunctional. I had children who learned the ways of dysfunction, and I believe that I'm not alone in this, that far too many people have had this kind of experience. And instead of lying down and dying or just saying, well, this is my lot, I decided that I was going to change it. And I spent 61 years seeking means of changing. And I have done many things. In fact, if you go to my website, which is anthonyaltmanbooks.com, anthonyaltmanbooks.com. It's got a security certificate, so it's HTTPS, for those who know, / Anthony Altman, ALTMAN books.com. You can find out a lot more about me in the books that I've written. I would like to say that, in my opinion, all suffering is the direct result of karma, present and past, and choice, the choices that you have made in your life, for the purpose of soul growth. So it's positive, for the purpose of soul growth and the evolution of consciousness. Everything, I repeat, everything can be healed, can be resolved, and can be positively changed. All that you are required to do is to make the choice to do so, to have the intention, to focus, and to apply yourself to do it. And this is really the fundamental framework that my seminar workshop is centered upon. I would like to read this that I wrote. It is so important, I've got to read it. Humanity is now at a major crossroads in its evolution, and we have been here many times before, over hundreds of thousands of years. Our individual choice will determine what reality we create for ourselves individually, and our group choice will also determine the reality for us as a society, a human society, humanity. Those who choose to evolve faster will not follow the course of the masses. We can each chart our own course depending upon our conscious awareness and our level of consciousness. However, we can influence others positively and our society by taking the high road of consciousness and demonstrate much more light, divine light, unconditional, non-judgmental love. When sufficient of us can do this, which I believe is about 1%, we can invoke natural positive change. Participating in this class requires each of us to be in integrity. And I'm going to read this as well because this is crucial. Anybody and everybody who participates in this seminar workshop of mine is required to demonstrate and display the utmost of integrity with confidentiality and trust, and to honor that trust amongst all of us present. In this sense, everything you are privy to, each and every personal disclosure by each and any one of us, is to be held inviolate and held with the utmost of integrity. If you wish to share some information with a friend, please do so in general terms, excluding the person's names and particulars. By participating in this class, you agree to conduct yourselves accordingly, and for that I thank you. Now, I talk about consciousness, and unfortunately, too many people have no idea what consciousness is. So, and I'm sure that there are many of you who see this video have a much better idea. And I would like to just attempt to describe, demonstrate what consciousness is, and through the video rather than in person, it's a little bit more difficult. So, when you have watched this video, or switch it off now, in a moment after I give you the instruction, please, go to a wall and stand with your nose touching the wall upright. Now, with your eyes open, your perception of the wall is 10, 12 inches horizontally, 30 centimeters horizontally, and even less vertically. That's your perception of the wall where you are standing. Now, if you take one step back, which is synonymous with raising your consciousness, your perception of the wall becomes incredibly larger. In other words, greater consciousness provides far expanded conscious awareness. Now, conscious awareness is what you're conscious of. So conscious awareness, therefore, is the ability to be consciously aware of what you are perceiving. Consciousness awareness is expanded as we raise consciousness, as I've said. Consciousness, therefore, and here's the kicker, is the medium by which conscious awareness exists. I'm going to read that again. Consciousness, therefore, is the medium by which conscious awareness exists. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here, and now is the moment. And it is in this now moment that we are to fulfill our destiny by completing the journey we began when our soul first incarnated on this plane, if we so choose. This seminar workshop is limited to a minimum number of 10 participants and a maximum of 15 participants. It's a very small group. The idea is to do in a small group what you cannot do in a large group. It is conducted over a weekend in a course participant's home, which we are to arrange. Hopefully somebody will be willing to provide their home where we can have this workshop. And it totals about 16 hours. I will explain much more in detail if anybody's interested, and they will communicate with me, and I will explain how in a moment. During the 16 hours, there will be information, knowledge, tools and techniques and practices with participation by the participants. The idea is that the participants do not just sit and listen passively. They take active participation. They have active participation in various practices that are intended to help the individuals help themselves more, inspire and motivate themselves to be much more independent. The cost is extremely affordable by most people, and the details will be confirmed upon your inquiry. Please send me a message, which is an email, via the contact page on this website if you're watching this video on my website. And if you are watching it on YouTube, then please go to anthonyaltmanbooks.com. anthonyaltmanbooks.com. If this message speaks to you in any way, please contact me. I will be very happy to communicate with you further, and perhaps we could all arrange something for everybody's mutual benefit. Now is the time, because if we don't do it now, when? Thank you.